Alrighty, the Thermo Club $1 Million Challenge here, Tom. Let's go over the format a little bit and let's talk about some of the key things here as we get into this $1 Million Challenge. Because it's an interesting format this year. There's some interesting stuff going on. So I'll let Tom kind of walk us through maybe the major parts of the format, some stuff to keep your eyes on here.
Yeah, so look, we're going to have different groups in qualifying. The top 6 in each group are going to move on to that $1 Million Challenge. How are they going to determine who's in each group? Is a draw party.
Hey everybody, this is Thomas from the Dega Boys channel reminding you to hit the like button if you're enjoying what you're watching. If you want to see more great content like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon as well to be notified of any future videos coming out. Thanks for watching. Now back to the video.
So people are going to draw numbers. It seems like, how they kind of explained it is just drawing for which heat they're going to go into. So with that, the qualifying, again, a random draw to divide the field into 2 groups. One starts at 8 p.m. on Saturday with a 12-minute qualifying session. All right. That 12 minutes will stay constantly going the entire time. It does not matter if there's a red flag or a yellow flag. It is going to continue on through that whole time. So say 6 people make a lap time, and then, I don't know, Stingray Rob puts it in the turn 1 wall, didn't pray hard enough, and just blows up the wall. And then they got to sit there and work on it. During that red flag stint, the time's going to go on, it's going to go on, it's going to go on. And if it runs out, it runs out. Too bad. That's how it's going to work. So,
and also qualifying, right? They get to use push to pass, 40 seconds of push to pass in qualifying. Exactly.
Yeah, so 40 seconds for the qualifying. All right, and it'll be 40 seconds per person in each group. All right, now we go into the heat races. The heat races actually determine the 12-car field. The qualifying determines the group or
the heat races. Yeah.
Yeah. So then each heat race will consist of 10 laps and be timed at 20 minutes, whatever comes first. So obviously they're kind of expecting maybe a little bit of craziness happening. So 10 laps or 20 minutes, whatever comes first. Cars' position on track will be determined by the last time line crossed. What does that mean? When a caution comes out, and say Grosjean is in front of Pelot, all right? When the caution first flies, it doesn't matter. What matters is where the transponder was at the last timeline, the last scoring loop. That's what matters. That is extremely important when we go into this race. It's extremely important for everybody to understand that, really.
And I know we talked about this off stream because we might have like one of those Bobby Pierce, Hudson O'Neal incidents. But then again, if you do it by the camera angle for the caution, then you get one of those Daytona Byron Bowman issues. So I feel like this was like the only happy compromise we could come up with here.
So you'll get 1 set of tires for qualifying. You'll get 1 set of tires for heat races. You can use that set of tires that you had in qualifying only under emergency circumstances. So what does that mean? You pop a tire. All right. So you got to put those sets on. Or, a little bit of contact, a tire goes down, whatever. You got to put those on. That's okay. If you're coming into the pits and just decide to do a random pit stop with some tire changes, you are going to be disqualified. You will be kicked out. You will be disqualified. Yep. And again, in the heat races, another 40 seconds of push to pass will be granted. So you'll have that in qualifying and in the heat races. Now, in the heat races, the top 6 advancing cars will make it to the 12-car field in the heat races. So then you'll have a 12-car field for the Thermal Club $1 million challenge. Again, tire strategy will come into play. You will get another set of tires for the $1 million challenge, and you'll have a backup set from your heat races if you need that for an emergency. So, emergency only. You'll get disqualified if you try to play some games. So, you'll see teams, or you won't see teams taking gambles like that at all. There will be the race is 20 laps. They're going to split it in half, 10 and 10. They'll have a halfway 10-minute halftime break. All right? You're not allowed to change tires or, any big adjustments. What you are able to do, though, add fuel. Adjust front, rear, and wing angles and wickers. Adjust tire pressure and whatever the driver needs. That is all you're able to do. That's it. And that is the format right there. You'll get, I think they said another 40 seconds. You'll get 40 seconds for the push to pass for the first 10 laps, and then it'll reset. It'll reset at the halftime break, and you'll get another 40 seconds. So 80 seconds total for the $1 million challenge. And let's see. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. That's all you got.
That format just sounds amazing. No, the best part about it is there's no gimmicks. Not a single gimmick. It's literally straight up heads up racing. No tire changes unless you have a puncture, which is this is going to play out to be amazing. Minimal changes on pit stops. So if you're good at the beginning, you're most likely going to be good at the end. I don't know how much adjustments you can make to be even better than you were at the first stage. What it really sounds like to me, Tom, is it's all going to be depending on that qualifying session. Where you line up for that heat race, because you've got to position yourself in a good position in that heat race to start towards the front in the main. This is going to be great. And 80 seconds of push to pass in a 20-lap race at the end of this. This is, wow, that's going to be strategic. You're going to be seeing these guys using it a lot, like early, trying to get that track position. It's going to be nuts. It's going to be fun. I'm super excited. Like I said, we'll be doing the watch party for that here on Sunday, so make sure you guys tune in for the Thermal Club $1 Million Challenge. I am going with old Scotty McLaughlin. Old Scotty, man. I'm sticking with it, man. It's not a points race. This dude is just an absolute Chad. Aussie invasion, Kiwi invasion, whatever you want to say. I love it. Let's go, Scotty Mac. He's going to get the job done this weekend. My dark horse, and it's because I'm a huge fan of this guy. I love Colin Brown. I think he's an amazing race car driver. What he does in IMSA, and I would like to see him back in the GTP class here coming in 2025. But running these select races in IndyCar with Dale Coyne, I mean, it's Dale Coyne. They're a dark horse to begin with. So I'm thinking Colin Brown this weekend is my dark horse.
All right, for my favorite, it's going to be the one and only Hello Polo here at the Thermal Club, baby. Let's go. All right, so Polo, yeah. Okay, so for my dark horse, now look, I've ragged on him a little bit. All right, I've kind of talked a little bit of shit about him. But, wow, that performance at St. Petersburg kind of made me rethink a little bit. Yeah, he didn't get a good finish, whatever. Let's talk about how he raced in that race. Position-wise, okay, position-wise. He was doing phenomenal with a terrible car. He really was. He really was. Grosjean. Okay? Grosjean only has to race, well, I mean, if he gets through the heats in qualifying, he only has to have a 10-lap, pretty much qualifying race with a break and then another 10-lap. Grosjean could do it. I think if it's anybody of the dark horses, it's going to be Grosjean. I think so.